Sex is one of the greatest tool and a sign of commitment and love when it comes to a relationship or a marriage. Now, when people stay longer in relationships or marriages, the level of intimacy tends to decline. And that is why in this video, I am going to be sharing with you some of the reasons why the level of intimacy tends to decline with time. Okay. Well, in case you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Palm Oil, aka GCP. And on my channels, I do topics related with love, sex, and relationships. Okay. So if you're watching me from YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe. And in case you're watching me from TikTok, please make sure that you give me a follow. And on both channels, please remember to like and leave a comment, okay? So our point number one reason why sex tends to decline as people stay longer in marriages or relationships is because of routine. Yes, routine. So this business of you want to always have it on weekends or you always want to have it on Wednesdays and it always has to be in the bedroom. I mean, it tends to bore. Okay. And then you are the kind who will always say have missionary day in, day out, year in, year out. I mean, it gets boring. So it's very important that as you get into these relationships, as you get into these marriages, please make sure that you have a change of how you eat yourselves. You have a change of where you eat yourselves. So please try as much as possible to avoid having the same routine. It gets boring. I mean, for instance, if you have a favorite dish and you are given an opportunity to have it on a daily basis, trust me, by the end of the week, you would have gotten bored from it. So equally when it comes to sex, routine should be avoided as much as possible. Okay. Point number two, change your priorities. Now, when you have just gotten into this relationship or this marriage, most times your priority will be your spouse or the other person. Yeah. So to the lady, your priority will be your guy, and to the guy, his priority will be you. But as time goes on, of course, the kids will come in, responsibilities will come in. So in a way, priorities tend to change. Yeah. And when priorities come in, then of course the level of intimacy will go low. Yeah. So it's very important that even as you get into your relationships or marriages, make sure that you still continue prioritizing your spouse or the level of intimacy in your relationship. Next point, number three, is stress. Now, we all know how dangerous stress is. And of course, in order for you to enjoy sex, you have to be in your right sense of mind. So because we have these lots of stress going around, it definitely will affect the level of intimacy or the... Now, point number four reason as to why the level of sex tends to decline when people stay longer in marriages or relationship is because of unmet expectations. Oh, yes. Now, we all know of how we endeavor so much to give and be our best when we are in courtship. So whether it's how good we are in bed, whether it's how much we praise our partners, how perfect we are. I mean, there are a lot of things that we do while in courtship or while dating, especially related with the bedroom. So how much the lady will scream, how much the guy will try to, make use of his machine gun. However, when people finally settle down in relationships or marriages, then we'll stop putting in efforts. Okay. So to this person, they might have gotten attracted to you because they thought you were that best. So once their expectations are not met, then automatically their level of love or sex drivenness to you will automatically tend to decline. Okay. Next point, number five, is lack of love and attraction. Now, most times, again, when we are dating, like I said earlier, we will always try to be our best. Okay, so the girls will always be hot, the way she takes care of herself, then she dresses to kill, she'll always be sexy, her hairstyle. But once she settles down with this guy, then all that will go to rest. And equally for the guy, it could be that you were the kind who was so caring, so sexy, so loving to this chick, and that is why she got attracted attracted to you. So once you stop all the things, then of course her level of love, her level of attractionness to you will automatically decline. So hey, come on, make sure that the things you used to do well in courtship should be carried even when you get into marriages or settle down into relationships. Yeah. Next point, number 6, is cheating. Yes, we all know how cheating can affect any relationship. Now, when we are still in dating, most times all the parties will try to be as faithful as possible. So the chick will be faithful, the guy will be faithful. But years into the relationship, years into the marriage, then cheating comes in. And of course, when that does, then the level of feeling, the level of intimacy, the level of sex will tend to die off with time. And point number 7 is lack of trust. Of course, after your partner realizes that you've cheated on them, then definitely you cannot expect them to trust you anymore. And once that happens, then everything will get destroyed.